Mabuhay everyone.
Hello everyone, hello Philippines. We have Joy Barcoma during her performance of an intelligence round of a Miss Earth 2025 today. Check this out.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Joy Barcoma from the Philippines. I am a passionate woman, an advocate, and a woman of the earth. I have been involved heavily on disaster resiliency, and I have been working towards progress in the Philippines, having been able to work in 2 tech companies here in our country. We have helped develop a critical communications app that alerts people in times of disaster. I'm also part of the marketing team that innovated and developed and invented a mobile command and control vehicle here in the Philippines that was recognized by DOST's Handa Pilipinas. I'm now working in the city government as a consultant, championing social, civic, and economic works, and of course, bridging progress and the future of the people in Bahor. Thank you.
And now, a question from our judges.
Mabuhay, Miss Philippines. Okay. In your opinion, what is the most pressing environmental challenges facing our country today?
Thank you very much for that. The most pressing environmental issue that our country faces today is climate action. Climate and action of the Philippines. We are part of the Global South. And it's sad to say that we actually contribute to less than 1% of the total global emissions in the world. And yet, we always get hit the hardest during typhoons and calamities. And so with that, we should move forward by recognizing that there is a need to call for accountability from our government officials, to craft stronger policies to protect our environment, to encourage people to speak out, and to call for accountability from global north countries to provide aids to Philippines and to other global south countries. Because then again, they produce the most global emissions, and yet we receive the most damage in times of calamities. And I so think that it is not well deserved by the Philippines to go through that, knowing that we have been exerting efforts to move forward with a society that champions sustainability.
And now, a question from our student audience.
Magandang araw, Miss Philippines! I am Samantha Nebrida, and I'm a student of the grade 10 community. So my question for you today, as a voice for the environment, if you were given the opportunity to share a world-changing piece of advice with people who are unaware of the environmental issues our planet is facing today, what would your message be?
Thank you. Simple message would be, the earth that we live now is not something that we inherited from the past, but rather something that we borrow from the future. And so it is our shared responsibility to care for our shared home. And one thing that we can always remember is to fight climate change is to not work against nature. It is to work for nature by producing nature-based solutions to our country, introducing green technologies, economical solutions that can move everybody towards progress without compromising our environment. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Philippines, for your meaningful insight. We will surely remember your words at heart. Thank you.
We now have time for another question from our judges.
Hi, Miss Philippines. I can sense that you're a very empowered woman. So my question would be, what is the single biggest misconception people have about the role of beauty queen in today's society, and how would being Miss Earth prove that misconception wrong?
Thank you. Beauty queens are often put into a pedestal, showing to everybody that we are face of a brand. But more than being the face of a brand and representation of a certain pageant, we should also be the voice of the people. And I would like to break norms by showing to everybody that you can always speak up for the people, regardless if you have a crown or not. That you should not be afraid to lose your crown just to be able to gain popularity or to gain the likes and approval of other people. You should be the one to always be at the forefront of a fight. Fight for the people, fight for justice, and fight for the environment. If you want to be a beauty queen, you should break misconceptions when it comes to becoming just a symbol of beauty. You should be someone who is not just a symbol of beauty, but also a symbol of progress and be a woman of strength. Thank you.
Thank you, Philippines.